The loneliest part of becoming unrecognizable is not losing people. It is outgrowing the version of you they still know how to love. You start keeping different hours. You stop laughing at the same distractions. You get quieter. You become harder to explain. And for a while, nobody claps. Nobody sees the discipline forming. Nobody sees the private standard you are trying not to break. Nobody sees the old identity burning off in silence. They only see that you are different, and different makes people uncomfortable. You thought the transformation would feel powerful every day. You thought becoming better would make everything feel cleaner. But some days, it just feels lonely. You are in rooms where the old version of you used to fit. You know the rhythm. You know the jokes. You know the habits. You know the way everyone expects you to shrink back into something familiar. But your body does not relax there anymore. Something in you has changed. You want more peace, more skill, more control over your time, more proof that the dream life is not just a private fantasy. So you stop explaining every move. You stop announcing every plan. You stop begging the old environment to understand the new standard. That is where the quiet season begins. Not because you hate people, not because you think you are above them, not because you are cold, because the next version of you needs room, and the old room is too loud. Before steel returns to the anvil, it sits in the chamber. No applause, no movement, no proof for the room, just heat inside the metal. From the outside, it can look like nothing is happening, but inside, the structure is changing. That is the quiet season. Most people only respect the strike. They respect the public move, the launch, the money, the body change, the new offer, the finished work, the moment where transformation becomes easy to photograph. But the few learn to respect the chamber. The chamber is where you stop needing every private standard to be witnessed. It is where you stop making your discipline depend on someone else's belief. It is where you let the old identity become uncomfortable enough to leave. This is why it feels lonely. You are no longer fully at home in the old version, but you have not yet built enough proof to feel at home in the new one. That middle place is not failure. It is formation. It is the strange silence between who you were and who you are becoming. And that silence will test you. It will ask if you only wanted transformation because you thought it would make you admired. It will ask if you can keep a standard before the results make you look smart. It will ask if you can keep working when nobody understands why you care so much. This is where many people go back, not because they are weak, because the old room is familiar. The old routine has witnesses. The old identity has language. The old habits have company. The old version gets immediate comfort. The new version asks for evidence before it gives you comfort. So the forge gives you a simple choice. You can return to what recognizes you, or you can keep becoming what you were built to carry. The dream life will not always feel inspiring at the start. Sometimes it feels like saying no without applause, leaving early without a speech, working late without a post, studying the skill while other people relax, cleaning the room because the old chaos no longer matches your mind, opening the file when nobody would blame you for avoiding it. That is not a small thing. That is identity work. The world usually meets the final shape. The forge witnesses the change. So here is the practical turn. Do not punish yourself for feeling lonely. Loneliness is not the instruction to quit. It is the signal to become precise. Pick one private standard for today. Only one. Not a new personality. Not a full life reset. Not a dramatic announcement. One standard you can keep before sleep. Use 3 rules. First, make it behavioral. Do not say, I am becoming disciplined. Say, I will work for 45 clean minutes before I check the phone. Do not say, I am changing my life. Say, I will close the open loop I keep avoiding. Do not say, I want a different future. Say, I will do the part of today's work that future me would respect. Second, keep it private. Do not explain it to the room that still knows the old you. Some standards lose power when you turn them into performances. Let this one become evidence first. Let it live between you and the forge. Third, leave proof. A finished draft, a cleaner desk, a sent message, a logged workout, a studied lesson, a saved outline, a calendar block that is actually protected. The proof does not need to impress anyone. It needs to teach your nervous system that the new version is not imaginary. That is how you survive the quiet season. You do not beg the old environment to crown you early. You become consistent enough that your life has to acknowledge the change. One private standard, kept today, without explanation. That is the strike. If you are in the lonely part right now, listen carefully. You are not behind because nobody recognizes the change yet. Recognition is not the beginning of transformation. It is the receipt. The work begins while you are still hard to understand, while your routine feels awkward, while your standards feel new, while the old room keeps calling your name. Stay in the chamber. Let the heat finish what comfort keeps interrupting. Let the old shape lose its claim on you, and make the vow simple. I will not abandon the new version of me, just because the old room misses who I was. Today, I keep one private standard. No speech, no performance, no apology, just proof. If you are one of the few, comment the standard you are keeping today. Then close the screen and go keep it.